Hey, what's up, guys? Here we are, real talk, real people, real results. Today we get to talk to Jessica Pesola. Hopefully I said that right. She's part of the Shift Shop Challenge group that I am a part of. So she's one of the challengers in there, and we're going through these triumphs and these struggles and some wins and some not so much wins, and we're battling the day-to-day stuff. But I really want you guys to, I want to be honest with you guys. This is the reason why I'm doing this, okay? Now, results always vary. Results vary all the time, right? So everybody's not going to have the same results. I'm just going to wait for her to jump on, and I'm going to invite her. So guys, the reason why I do these interviews is because you guys see the side-by-side pictures that all these coaches, all these wonderful coaches post, but you guys never see the emotional connection to people. So what I am trying to do, because I am a Beachbody coach and I've helped thousands of people start their journey and hit some goals and create some new lifestyles and stuff. But what I really want to do, guys, is I really want to bring you guys into my world and into the challengers world and show exactly what it is when someone goes through a challenge. I want you guys to see the raw emotions. I want you guys to see real people, and not just pictures of side-by-side transformation. So when I bring these people on, I ask them a bunch of questions. Sometimes we veer off the questions that I have, and sometimes we don't. But I just want you guys to know that these are real people, and this is the reason why I do these calls, is so you guys can actually see what it's all about. You guys can see that we are just real people and we are just trying to hit our goals as well. So when we say we want to help you guys, we mean it from the bottom of our hearts. We really want to help you guys because we've done it. We've struggled. We've had some wins. We've had some losses. You know, some of us had huge transformations, like myself, 55 pounds. And some of us have gained it back. Some of us have gained back some weight. And then going through the struggles again. But you know what? What makes us coaches, guys, is we have been through the struggles, we have been through the wins, we have been through the ups and the downs, and we lead from the heart. We want you guys to hit your goals. We want to help you, motivate you guys. So this is the reason why we do these calls. So you guys can actually see the live emotions. You guys can put a face to a picture. You guys can see what their story is because we always ask them what the story is. So Jessica's just waiting. I'm going to add her right now and bring her on. Give me 1 second. Guys, so again, stay tuned because it's going to be a fantastic call. We're going to be talking about the Shift Shop. We're going to talk a little bit about her journey itself and really go from there. And if you have any questions, please drop us a line. Jessica, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Fantastic. Arrange us here. How are you?
I'm good. This is the first time I have ever worn this shirt. It's my Team Beachbody shirt.
Old school. That is old school. I don't fit anymore.
But I can never fit into it because they always send us those sizes that are too small. So the fact that it fits is awesome. I'm getting over a cold, so I'm trying not to cough too much for you.
Oh, no worries. Okay, so guys, we have Jessica on, and feel free to give us some love, give us some likes. If you have some questions, please ask us questions. If it's something about that you see or you hear from her, if you want to ask us a question, please ask us a question because these calls have been going fantastic. I absolutely love the calls. I'm finding I'm really getting in tune with it because we get to really get into those deep emotions. So guys, if you do have a question about anything, drop us in the comment below, say hi, let us know you're watching, and we're just gonna jump right into it. So like I was saying, Jessica is a part of the Shift Shop Challenge group with myself, and we've had some wins, and we had some struggles, and we've had some standstills, and we're gonna get into that. But Jessica, why don't you tell us first, in the very beginning, what brought you into Team Beachbody? What made you start? What was your life like before Beachbody happened?
Totally, that's a good question. So before Beachbody happened for me, because I did start as a customer for a while before I was a coach, and I basically had gained 50 pounds while I was nursing my son. So I had a 1-year-old and I was overweight, and all I could think about is I'm not going to be able to chase my kid around. Like, I don't know if anybody's watching as a mom, but or a dad, like that's a big concern, you know? And I just was really unhappy with where I was at. I'd always been an athlete. I played soccer all through college, like always been an athlete. So it was the heaviest I'd ever been. So I decided I'd seen a coach out there posting about stuff, and it actually took me quite a while to get the courage to even ask her about it. And then I did a program. I did the 21 Day Fix in Shakeology, and in 3 weeks, I ended up losing 9 pounds and 11 inches. And then I went on to losing 56 pounds. So I believe in it wholeheartedly, believe in it, understand that it's good for you too. You know, it's not a shortcut, right? You know that, Sean. It's not a shortcut. It's the real deal. It gives you real results because you work hard. And I'm a firm believer in reaping what you sow. And so it's really, really powerful. And I just had a baby 4 months ago. So I just had my second. And I'm actually, let me think about this. I'm about 9 or 6 pounds below my pre-pregnancy weight now with the Shift Shop. So first kid gained 50 pounds, had it on for a year. And then second kid I'm already 6 pounds below my pre-pregnancy weight. And I've lost 11 pounds of that doing the Shift Shop. So it's been such a blessing. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. So yeah.
That is amazing. So I wanted to thank Kathleen for sharing our video today. She's showing the world. She's helping us out. So thanks, Kathleen. Sean is saying 56 pounds. That's absolutely amazing. Congrats, Jessica. So you did say 56 pounds, and I know we get the question all the time. So the 21-day fix, 56 pounds. That's fantastic. Now, was it all the 21-day fix that you kept doing, or did you change the program? And if it was the 21-day fix, how many rounds did you do to get to that point?
I did 6 rounds of the 20-day fix. So I did that program pretty steady. And then after that program, I went into Insanity Max. So, but guys, I will say this, just because I know that a lot of times I get questions about like, or comments of like, if any of you guys are even thinking about coaching that are watching this, I get a lot of comments, a lot of like, I need to like be at my best before I can help others. And the truth is that I had only lost 20 pounds of that weight that I had to lose before I became a coach. So I realized that this was something I was passionate about, and I was all about bringing people along on the journey with me. But yes, and so I went into Insanity Max. Insanity Max, I love Shanti, and that's actually fitting because Shanti's week is coming up next week. If you have Beachbody On Demand, you know what I'm talking about. But I love Autumn too, and obviously the 21-day fix is near and dear to my heart. But again, being an athlete, there's something about those insanity workouts that just really excited me. And then being an athlete, the Shift Shop is where it's at. I literally like feel like I'm like doing a soccer practice type workout when I'm doing the Shift Shop. Were you an athlete, Sean? Do you feel that way at all?
I was. I played volleyball. I played soccer. I was in gymnastics. And coming out of high school, I was ripped to the nines, and then I was introduced to the nightclub life because I'm a nightclub DJ now, and late night eatings and drinking and not playing sports anymore added to my weight gain. So I was in the same boat as you. I lost 55 pounds through my transformation. Yeah, people, it's like she said, it's real. It's I'm sure you were the same way as I was when you first started. Before you got to a certain point, you're always asking people, you lost, what's the pill? Like, what are you doing? What's the easy way? And I did that for a long time. A lot of people go through those steps and, looking for that, magic red pill that you can pop and automatically your fat's be gone, right? But really, guys, if you are ready to do that for yourselves, you just got to get off the couch and just start. Like, you just got to go, and you'd be surprised how quick, like 6 rounds of 21-day fix, if you count the go by months, it's not that long. Like, I did the 55 pounds in 4 months, right? And my life completely changed. And like you said, you fall in love with that process. And the reason why we do this, what we're doing now, is because we have fallen in love with that process. And we want other people to succeed that way. We want people to know that it's not that hard. Well, let me rephrase that. It is hard, but it can be done if you have that purpose to make that happen. So going into the shift shop, let's just jump right into the shift shop. So we have Shauna on here. I know Shauna plays softball, or she used to play softball. So a lot of people come from the same kind of background. When we were younger, we played sports and so forth. Let's talk about shift shop comes out for you guys, Beachbody On Demand in July. So we're about a month away that it comes out. Let's talk. Tell me a little bit about your journey with the shift shop now. What do you like most about the shift shop?
Um, I would say the most appealing thing about this program to me is that it reminds me of some kind of sport, which I know that not everybody that's going to do it plays sports, but, and I don't mean this to sound like a commercial, but it literally, to me, is like the on-ramp to fitness. Because, and I know that that's how they're promoting it, and I really believe in that because to me, you can like start out at whatever pace. Like I'm watching Jamie, by the way, if you guys know who Jamie Phelps is, she's incredible. She has opened up about needing to, a couple 100 pounds, and she is doing them and showing up. And what I love too about the program is that in that first workout, like that first week of week one, I almost said Sean, Chris, actually shows you not only the moves in slow motion, but the moderation or the modified version in slow motion. So it's like he makes everybody feel included. So I love like the style of workouts. I love the markers because it gives you a goal in your mind. Like instead of just like running and doing cardio for like and like looking at your clock and realizing like I'm still running or I'm still doing this cardio, you have something that you're aiming for. So you have long-term goals and you have short-term goals. Your short-term goals are hitting a marker and running back to another marker, or doing a certain move to get to a marker or whatnot. And then you have time goals as well, which is really, really fun. So like I just remember those first couple workouts, he was like, okay, last move. And I was like, really? Like, are you serious? Because it's not that I wasn't tired. I was, but I just couldn't believe how like fast it went. Notice I'm saying the first week. The third week is a little different. But I think also I actually described the shift shop as, and Chris Downing, as development for your body. If you guys don't know what personal development is, it's obviously working on yourself. It's learning, it's reading, it's filling your soul. And what I noticed is all throughout the shift shop workouts, Chris is literally the most motivating trainer I have ever seen. He is saying things while we're working out that like actually make me push harder versus just wanting to push harder. Your body automatically does it because you're so motivated. He constantly says, let's get better. Let's get better. Let's get, he's constantly saying that. He has shop rules. And so there's these different rules of like, try before you modify and breathe through it. And just all these things that like, are like, oh yeah. But like, I honestly, like I was literally getting down to do my workout today. I was like getting down to go into a plank, and part of me was so tired. I just wanted to like drop down to my knees right away. And then I went, oh yeah, try before I modify, try before I modify. And it was like automatic in my head, So I guess if I had to choose my favorite part about it would honestly be Chris, because he's such a great trainer, motivator, such a down-to-earth, humble dude that literally just wants to help like people just reach their full potential. But I really do love the style of the workouts and that it is for everyone. It will kick your butt. It will. But you decide that. So if you need to take it a little bit slower and do the modified stuff first to work your way up to that, it is literally for everyone, guys. Like it's not just for people that are at some athletic level that the normal person isn't. Sometimes I think you guys see our videos that we post and some think I could never do that, or I can't jump like that. My knees are bad, or just different stuff. Remember that there's a modification for everything to protect those injuries that you might have or different things, but it's up to you to make sure that you take advantage of that and work your way up slowly.
Absolutely, and she's right about injuries, and especially when you get up in age, and some people have bad knees. For a lot of Jessica's friends and followers, and my friends and followers, I'm doing this program and I need a hip replacement. So there are times that I am struggling, and I do modify it. In the beginning, I modified a lot of the stuff, like and we're just giving you guys examples, because when you go into this program, we don't want you guys to think, oh, I got to do it this way and I got to go hard and hard and hard. Yes, you go hard, but you got to listen to your body as well. So I still struggle every day with lunges, right? Because my hip doesn't bend that way, I have to modify some moves just to get it done. But I am challenging myself, and where I couldn't do a lunge when I first started, I'm now up to 20-pound weights doing lunges. I still can't do lunge jumps, but I can do lunge step-ups with the weights because I am modified and I'm listening to my body. So that being said, when you started, or even now, just so we can be real with everybody watching, are there moves that you're modifying now? Or are you full out?
I mean, honestly, Sean, like I would love to say that I'm like top notch, like I figured it all out, and like no, like the what I do is I try to always do the moves full out before I modify. And a lot of it is with the weightlifting stuff. It's with and not even like the weightlifting, it's just the strength days. A lot of those I know that if my form is bad, it's not helping me. I can actually injure myself. So I go as hard as I can in perfect formation for as long as I can, even if that just means like one time, right? But there is like a point, I know in today's workout, there was a point where like he kind of broke down one of the moves where like he broke it down into sections where we do like 10 seconds of push-ups. Well, I know I can do 10 seconds of full push-ups. It's when you're doing push-ups and rows for a full 60 seconds that I'm probably going to do 10 good, on my toe push-ups. And then if my form starts to suffer and my back starts to drop, or my butt starts to go up, then I need to go down to my knees. And like, honestly, Chris does it in the videos, you guys. Chris, like, how cool is that? He even says, like, you guys probably thought I had more pride than this, but like, I got to go down to my knees on this one. Like after he does it for a while, there's a couple moves where he's like, I'm modifying this one. And he's like, I've got these heavy weights. I've got to get down. And I felt like that to me was super inspiring because I needed to know, like I felt like that's when you feel like you're on an even playing field. And you know what? As long as you're giving it your all, then if you need to modify, don't feel bad about that. Like that's a great thing. You just do it. Yeah. So absolutely, like I am absolutely modifying different things that have to do with strength, including my planks, especially after having baby. My core is just not quite as strong as it was. It will be, but it's not quite there yet. So yeah.
Right. And guys, just so you guys know, I want you guys to know, just because we're talking about Shift Shop, that the other programs that maybe we referred to you, because that's what we do. We know which programs are going to work best for you after listening to your goals. So if we suggest the 21-day fix or we suggest P90, you can modify all those workouts. We're only suggesting those programs because we know it's the best fit for you. So when you do those workouts, please feel free to go into the modifications and do those modifications, okay? So we are 31 days in, I believe. We're in week 5. Tell us about your results so far with the Shift Shop.
Yeah. Okay. In 7 days, I had lost 6 pounds. In 10 days, so the first 10 days, I lost 7.4 pounds. And I'm trying to remember, I think 10 inches. And then my first round, I lost 10.2 pounds and 15.5 inches. And now we're 31 days in, so 10 days off of that, and I've lost 11.1 pounds and 18.5 inches, and 6 of those inches are off my waist alone. So, like, that to me was a huge win. Like, after having baby, to be able to lose like 6 inches off my waist, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Like, because I swear, even with my first one, like, where they say that your body can bounce back a little bit faster, It was a long time. And so like I went to give you an example of just something fun, ladies, if you're watching, I went to the pool with my husband and my kids the other day and I wore my two-piece swimsuit and I felt confident in it. I felt good. I felt confident. I'm not at my best quite yet, but this program has like accelerated me getting there by so much. So I'm really excited about that.
So we talk about you know, weight loss and inches lost, which is all fantastic and stuff. But we also know that that's not the only measurement, the only tracker we want to watch when we're doing a workout. So what other changes have you seen happen in your life? For example, I change in my emotion, energy, sleep, activity levels, outlook, perspective in life. And the reason why I say that, because I've noticed when I started this program, and I was hit at a lull because from last year to this year, I gained 20 pounds and I was feeling down. And actually, me and my girlfriend were talking about it yesterday. It's like, Sean, at Christmas time, you weren't looking healthy. You were looking green and always tired and so forth. So how do you feel now, besides the fantastic weight loss and the inches lost? How do you feel outside of that? Like, what changes do you see happening in your life now?
So, okay, so now, well, let me start by just saying like I think it was the first week was actually pretty hard for me. Just, I felt like my body was like detoxing a little bit, which I know like sounds interesting. I got a couple headaches. I didn't feel very well. And Chris just kept on telling us that like sometimes that happens when like you do change the way that you eat. When you do change, it's not that I was eating super unhealthy before. I had a really healthy pregnancy and stuff, but this eating guide and this eating plan is just a little bit different than what I'd been doing as far as like taking out like starchy carbs more and that kind of thing. So I got headachy and stuff, and Chris just kept on saying that's your body pouting. In fact, I even messaged him personally, and he said, Jess, that's your body pouting. Like, just fight through it. It will go away. And you know what? It did. And week 3 of the program, I started to feel really good. Like, just more energy, just really, really, really awesome. And that has I have this cold going on, but that's separate, right? But as far as like just energy wise, I feel so good. And I will tell you this, I actually took my dog for like I just felt really bad for my dog today and it was really nice out and I get to be my own boss, so I gave myself a little break to go out and run, right? And so I was tired. I wasn't thinking I was gonna be able to run, but I was like, okay, I'll just take him for a walk. And I thought, I'm gonna jog a little bit. Like I haven't ran, since before baby, and I'm a runner, and I haven't really ran. So like I'm gonna jog, and I ran like 2 miles, and like it was solid. And I'd already worked out for an hour earlier today doing our normal workout, and I wasn't planning on any kind of an extra workout. It just kind of happened that way, and I ran, and it felt good, and I didn't really fully out time myself, but it looked like I did about 10-minute miles, which isn't great, but first run coming off for over a year, felt pretty good about that. So, and I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't dragging in any way. I felt like I could have kept going, but I wanted to pace myself because I know we have Speed 45 tomorrow and, that kind of thing. So, Chris does say that if you're giving all in your workouts, like really you're all, you shouldn't be able to do any extra intense activity. And so I've really been trying to do that. So pacing myself. But yeah, so that feels good. And honestly, just being able to, remember that inches are more than weight sometimes. Like I'm fitting into shorts that I couldn't fit into a year ago before I was pregnant. Um, so I actually did a post about it where I actually held these shorts out that I tried these shorts on like maybe the week before we started Shift Shop test group. I tried on these shorts and I couldn't button them. And now I was taking a picture with them and I was holding them out. Like that's how much my body has changed from this, So super, super powerful.
That is so awesome. Let's talk a little bit about that devil thing that we call the scale. Okay, because I know I'm going tough time. I know you made a post the other day. There are some people in our challenge group that are going through the same thing. And I want to be real with people. I want people to know that going into this thing, actually, before we go there, I want people to know with us being in this test group, Chris Downing, who is our trainer, guys. So when we do launch our challenge groups, we have the commitment already from Chris Downing that you guys will have a piece of him also in our challenge groups. He has mentioned to us that he's going to come into live in each one of our test groups, because that was his commitment to us, saying, you know what, you guys are putting in the work and you guys are now my family. So I'm going to show up in your guys' challenge groups and really help motivate everybody. So that is an exclusive thing when you come to the people like Jessica, and had David on the call the other day, and myself. That's exclusive to the coaches that were in the test group. So make sure when you're signing up with people, you want to sign up with those people. You want to sign up with the people that you got the little extra something. But again, let's talk about that scale, because right now there are some people that are in that zone and they haven't lost any more weight over the last 10 days, right? And I'm one of them. And I beat myself up about that scale. What is your thoughts like right now, as of today? What are your thoughts on that damn scale?
Um, I'm staying off of it. I'm right now, the relationship that the scale and I have at this moment are like, we're not really friends. Like I'm not going to spend some quality time with that scale. You know what I'm saying? So no, I made a post, yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. Um, we had sent in our round 2 10-day results, and I I'm so thankful. Like, I've lost 11.1 pounds and 18.5 inches. Like, I'm so thankful. But guys, that stupid scale, I went into this, okay, I'm going to be really vulnerable because I hate even saying this, but I went into this weighing 171.2, and I thought for sure after I lost 6 pounds in 7 days, I was like, oh my gosh, round 1, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Round 2, I'm going to lose 20 more pounds, because my goal is to get down to the 130s, just because I know for my BMI that's healthy, you know, and because I'm not about being skinny, I'm about being healthy, right? And so when I looked at the scale and I felt like my shorts were loose and I felt so good, and I was like, I've got to be down at least like 5 more pounds, and I was down 1 pound in 10 days. I felt like I was failing. And that's so false, you know, like, just like, I know that I'm a coach. I like tell my challengers, like, don't mess with that scale. That scale's naughty sometimes. Um, and so I know that. And then when I did my measurements, I was like still up in measurements, which was so great, you know, like to have more measurements or more inches lost, you know, and I think that when you guys go through this, when you do change your nutrition right away, you probably are going to lose some weight a little bit faster. That's something that we consistently saw with the test group. But then as you continue, it might slow down a little bit. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that it's not working. Trust the process. You know, if you've heard us talk before, you've probably heard that. Trust the process. And for me, I needed to like to actually see my pictures, my current pictures side by side, and I posted those in the test group today, and I said, like, I don't know why I was so upset. Like, look at these photos. Like, I'm getting myself back. I'm getting my mojo back. Sorry guys, this cold is like snotty. Anyway, I'm getting like my body back, and I'm getting my energy back, and I'm getting like all of these things back that I feel like just so incredible about. And so Chris actually said to us, now the reason why I weighed myself, by the way, yesterday is because we needed to for our round 2 results. But when I don't need to, I'm not looking at it because what he says is that it actually raises your stress hormone levels, which makes you hang on to fat. Your body hangs on to fat when you're more anxious, more stressed. So he actually said to us, don't look at the scale. Like, stop looking at the scale. So besides the times that I have to hand in stuff, I'm not going to torture myself, you know? Is it exciting when you see that number move? Absolutely, but it's also pretty crushing when you don't sometimes. And at the same time, you're still getting all these results. So then you see that and it's not moving, and you just sabotage more results because your brain gets stressed out. So just I would recommend weighing yourself halfway through, around, and then at the end. And not weighing yourself every day, not weighing yourself every week. You know, talk about your non-scale victories other than the times when you do weigh, and then celebrate every inch. Celebrate how you feel. Celebrate all of those things because those are huge wins. Okay, there's my little relationship with the scale for you.
We got to tell them because we're all going through that. We're all watching, and even though we know, right? You were saying, I feel like I should be 5 pounds down. Like, your body, when you're feeling good, right? And then you jump on that scale and nothing. Like, I don't get it, right? And I want everybody to know when you're going through this program or through any program, like she was saying, you are going to get those quick results because your body's going through that change. And then your body's going to go through emotion and say, wait a minute, what's going on right now, right? Why am I getting all this food? Why am I going through this strenuous exercise? Why is it doing this and doing that? And your body's going to halt because your body's waiting to see if you're going to be consistent with it, right? Before it really releases. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example of my weight loss. In the beginning, when I lost my 55 pounds, I actually didn't lose anything for a month because my body was going, what's going on right now? Like, I don't get it, right? And then after that month and a half, it wasn't until 2 months in that everything started, and I'm literally going to say it started falling off. So I think we're at a position right now where our body is saying, wait a minute, what's going on? I got to protect myself. We're going through too much stuff where, yes, we're losing, we're losing inches and so forth. But we got to remember this is a strength programming also, so we are creating lean muscle mass as well as losing weight. So that is where that scale is messing with our numbers. Not only that, we are lifting a little bit heavier, right? So we're getting some water retention in our muscles because the water is there to protect our muscles, which we don't, like psychologically, we don't know that, guys. We don't know what's going on with our bodies, right? But there are all these little hidden factors, and I promise you, there's going to be a moment, and I'm glad we're doing 3 rounds of this because we go to Summit next month. So that's going to lead right in, and I almost guarantee with us going another 4 weeks, that is when we're going to see a huge change because our body's going to finally say, okay, let's go, right? And I bet you we are all going to see a ton of changes if we keep moving forward in those last 3 weeks. Right. So I wanted to bring up the scale. So when you guys do have those issues, when you are working out, that it is common. It happens that you're going to plateau for a little while. But like Jessica was saying, you have to trust the process. And that is, like Chris was saying, that's the mind shift. You got to trust the process, guys, and just continue. Too many, and you could agree, or you could agree, or you could not agree with me, Jessica. Too many people that we talk to that get started, they've been through the yo-yo diets and so forth, and they say, I worked out and I didn't see any results, so I quit. And so my first question usually is, well, how long did you try it for? Oh, 2 weeks.
Right.
And it's the 2-week mark that, guys, you gotta go. Yeah, like when you're committing to hitting your goals, you have to give yourself a minimum 3 months. Like we're saying, yes, you can get results in 21 days, but if you want the results, you have to trust your mind, your body, and the program that you are doing. Regardless if it's a Beachbody program or you just walking around the dog park, right? Your body's going to go through changes, guys. So it doesn't matter if you do us or if you're doing something on your own. Just remember, it takes time for you to do that. So how has the challenge group helped you in your journey? The Shift Shop Challenge Group with all our coaches. We've got 300 people in there. We got some fantastic people that are showing up every day. How is that group helping your journey right now?
Well, I'm a firm believer, guys, that anybody can do a program, but a lot of people, if they don't have the support, will never make it through it. And it's kind of like what Sean just said. A lot of people quit after 2 weeks, maybe even 10 days, if they feel like this is just too much or they're not seeing results as fast as they would want to. And guys, it takes 3 weeks to even start changing a habit. You know, that's where it's at. It takes 3 weeks to change a habit and then to move forward from there. Okay. So by the way, you are talking to a former yo-yo dieter a lot of the time. In fact, a former binge eating disorder person right here. I would eat clean for 3 days and then eat crazy amounts of crap for the next 4 days. And I mean, I'm talking pizza, mac and cheese, and donuts all in one sitting. And what Beachbody has taught me and what the 21-day fix taught me and what Shift Shop is teaching me is it's all about changing that mindset of like, number one, I can do this. If you're telling yourself that you're never going to complete something, you're never going to. Okay. So having that right mindset, but sometimes we can't have that mindset if we don't have that support, because our mind will play tricks on us, especially when we're hungry. You guys ever get hangry? I'm like the queen of that, by the way. Don't ask my husband. You won't get a good response. But, you know, and so having that support is so, so, so important, you know, to have people in your corner. There have been times I have accountability partners in the test group because like Sean said, there's like 300. Okay. There's like 300 people and it's freaking amazing. I feel like we're all family. You know, I've opened up in there that I don't normally about stuff I don't normally open up about. I mean, it's just to have that community is so powerful. And then to have like some extra accountability partners within that community just takes it up another level. In fact, I messaged a couple of them the other day and I'm like, I don't know why, but like, I want to like eat these fries here. My husband took my kid to get a Happy Meal. Not proud of it either, okay? But anyway, it's life. Let's get real. And you know, and there's like these fries sitting here, and he's like, "I'm all done." And it's like normally, without even thinking, I would be like, "Score!" And I would just like eat them, you know, because if they were there, and like we can't waste them. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can waste them. They're not good for you. And so it's just like changed the way that I think about stuff, because then I go to my accountability buddies and I'm like, guys, I'll like take a picture of it and be like, really? Really? You know, and they're like, don't do it. It's so not worth it. You know, like we got this. And having that mindset of like, I'm not going to give in. Like, I'm not going to cheat this system. I know that this is clinically proven. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it my all. But when I have that community and that support that I can check in with every day and get pumped about my results with, get pumped about like everything that's changing, and also lean on when things are hard. That is a very powerful tool. And that's exactly, by the way, what we do in our challenge. If you are not in a challenge group, we post in our challenge groups daily. We work with our challengers to be that outlet, of support, so that you don't have to do a program by yourself. And you also can still have a community without having to leave your house, because sometimes it's really, really hard. You know, for me as a mom with a 4-month-old, I'm not going to the gym, guys. My gym is in my basement, and I can do it and go down there and press play, and I don't have to like be on this 2-hour journey of trying to get to a class and come home. You know, it's really, really powerful. And so so that community is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Very, very awesome. I want to just answer Sheila Leon's comment here. So she says, so we were not getting results in 2 weeks and people quitting. And she said, actually guilty. Tried, didn't see results within the 2 weeks, so I quit. I felt defeated. Embarrassing when you are in a challenge group and you're not the only one losing. Sheila, let me tell you this. We went through this in our challenge group. And it wasn't until we one or two people that came out and actually said, you know what, I'm not losing anything right now. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. And trust me, I was getting frustrated because we were seeing these great results from a lot of people, which is fantastic. They were getting their results and stuff, and we're sitting there. I've been 10 days on, right? Like I'm putting in the work. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock. I'm doing the workouts. So with you being embarrassed that you're not seeing results and you're the only one not losing, I'll tell you something, you are probably not the only one that is not losing. It's just the other people are embarrassed about not saying anything too because they're not losing, right? So when it comes to our challenge groups, this is what we encourage you guys to do. We encourage you guys to not only talk about the wins, but talk about the struggles so you know that we're all going through this struggle. And that's what happened in our group. You know, one person started talking about it, and then I brought something up, and David brought something up, and then Jessica brought something up, and then Robin brought something up. She's like, why can I not move it? And then we realized, wait a minute, it's the process, it's the program. This is what we're going through right now, and it's more, everybody's going through it. But everybody was afraid to talk about it because there were some people that were getting extreme results. It was crazy, right? But remember, everybody's bodies adapt to things different, guys. But that is where the challenge groups come in, is because we get to share those things. So it is common. Sheila, jump in, girl, rock it, and just trust the process. Go more than 2 weeks. And if you're struggling, reach out to your coach, reach out to the trainer, reach out to your fellow people, and don't be afraid to be bold and vulnerable because that's where you're going to win. That's where the magic comes in. So I got a couple of more questions for you, Jessica. Have other stuff out there like It Works and Herbalife and there's so many things on. Yeah, there's so many things on the market right now. And this call isn't about to promote our products or anything. But what this call is about is trying to get the best out of our challenge groups and getting the best out of our people. Tell me a little bit about the supplements. If you're taking any supplements right now, the Beachbody supplements, whether it's Hydrate, Energize, Shakeology, whatever it is that you're taking right now, tell us a little bit about that and how it's helping your journey. And I want you to be 100% honest. Give it to the people that are watching so they know that we're not just trying to push a product on somebody. We're showing the benefit right now. So what are the benefits of the products if you're using any right now during the shift shop?
Okay, so no joke. I use Shakeology, and I'm going to explain why, by the way. I use Shakeology daily, Energize, Recover, and Recharge. Oh, and Hydrate. So I use like pretty much almost the entire Beachbody Performance line and Shakeology every single day, guys, with this program. I guess maybe I would say that maybe on Sundays I don't use all of those. If I'm having a rest day, I'm not going to use Energize and Recover or Hydrate necessarily. But I look forward to all of them. And again, like, Sean said, it's not like some kind of sales pitch. This is, the best thing ever. No, like the truth is that I would never, and if you guys know me, if any of you are on this call that know me, I know Sheila does. I would never like drink something, even talk about something I like without like really believing in, drinking something consistently or whatever without really, really believing in it. And, Shakeology, I believe, is amazing during this program because as your body is changing its nutrition, I was actually reading about this recently on a Beachbody blog about how important it is to make sure your body still gets all the nutrients it needs. And Shakeology it's clinically proven to improve your health and to help you lose weight. So I know that it's helping me with that weight loss journey, but I also know that it's covering all of my vitamin needs. It's covering everything that my body needs overall. Hey, Zay. So that's really, can you say hi? Okay, you're good. I hope you, but you gotta be good. So, mom in it, right? So that's a really, okay, wait for me downstairs, okay, baby? Okay, so that's a really, really positive thing is to be able to know that your nutrition is covered. That gave me a lot of peace because I will be honest with you, in my yo-yoing crash diet days, I did like cut out all food for like, and then, by the way, that's not what the shift shop does, but it does, change your nutrition, and it does, cut back on certain food groups, but it does not totally cut everything out. Okay. So, because you're always eating fruits and you're always eating vegetables. I love that Chris said that on a call that we did. He said, you're always eating fruits, you're always eating vegetables. And I love that. So Shakeology just makes sure that you're getting 70 plus superfoods that are all natural. And I love that. But I look forward to my Energize, guys. It's true. Like the workouts do get more intense. And that Energize, just I do my workouts with my workout buddy. She's in the test as well, our workouts, and she's like a little bit more of an early riser than I am because I'm up with Kira in the middle of the night, and yet I want to eat that frog and just get it done. Right. So she kind of helps me like, okay, we're doing this. So I'm getting out of bed, and then I take that Energize, and it just kind of gives me that spark. It just kind of gives me the spark that I need to kind of get it going. And I know again that it's natural. I'm not putting any kind of crap in my body. And then my recover, let me just tell you how I do my recover. My recover is chocolate. I miss chocolate a lot sometimes, like in any case scenario, I miss chocolate. So, me downstairs, okay? So what I love about Recover is that I actually eat it like cake batter. So I put a scoop of my chocolate Recover. It's an all natural protein recovery shake, and I put it in a little bowl, and I put like a third cup of water in it, and I just eat it like that. And then I chug water to make sure that it gets into my muscles, because my muscles need that recovery. You guys, it is like game changing. Like it's so good. And then the recharge really helps me at night because it's this vanilla shake. It's lower in carbohydrates, and I put a little bit of peanut butter in it, and which is on plan. And I love it. It helps me feel full. It gives me that protein to help my muscles recover throughout the night and recharge. And that's a huge blessing. So those are the ones that I'm taking, and they're all allowed on plan, and that's a huge bonus. Like to know that Beachbody has created these supplements, and to also again know that Shakeology is clinically proven, but also clinically proven to help you lose weight, but to improve your health. And that's huge for me to get all those vitamins. So yeah, does that help?
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Like I said, guys, it's not a sales pitch. We're just sharing what we're doing and why it works, and we're sharing some of the benefits of it. And some of those products, like I like the Energized, and the reason why I like that is because I have went from a nighttime workout to a 5 a.m. workout, and it gives me that little kick that I need, that little jitter that says, okay, it's go time, and it helps me get that 5 a.m. workout done. But let me tell you something, when you get that early morning workout done, it just sets your day up. Yes, and I didn't realize that until I started Shift Shop, because I never worked out in the morning before until this program, and I'm just realizing like throughout the day I'm more focused, I have more energy, and just changing those times that you do that, you just accomplish so much more throughout your day. So I got one final question for you. Now that you are hitting your goals, and you're on track to hit your main goals, what is in the future of Jessica? Like what's next? When the Shift Shop's done, what's next for you? What are your plans, whether it's in your business, for your challengers? What's in the future for you over the next 6 months?
Okay, well, first off, I'm going to be doing quite a few more rounds of the Shift Shop because it's like by far my favorite program. Even just like the way that it goes. I know that right now, in the test group, as you know, Sean, they're still talking about some of the developments with the nutrition and all that kind of stuff, kind of talking about all that. And so I plan on doing what they recommend. And if you want to do more of a long-term Shift Shop type thing. And so I'm going to be working with them on that. And then, I'll be praying for a Shift Shop too. Like that'll just be a prayer that I have that they come out with that. But I like the first thing is, and I'm sure it's on your radar too, Sean, is I'm going to be doing a huge Shift Shop like launch group with my team, the Fearless Empire. We're going to be doing a huge launch group is what I'm calling it, because we're in the test group. So to get confusing, I'm going to call it a launch group. And we're going to go big or go home. So now I get to watch all of my friends and family experience what I've been experiencing, and I get to guide them from a knowledgeable standpoint and help them and help my team members with their challengers, and it's just incredible. So that is something that I'm looking forward to immediately. But I also have besides, so we have a huge conference called Summit that our coaches are going to, and so we're going to be there, and that's one weekend in July, and then all the other weekends in July, the last two, I have a brother's wedding and a brother-in-law's wedding. And I'm going to feel amazing in my bridesmaid dresses, is all I have to say. So, but long term, I mean, I'm going to continue to switch it up. I think it's always good. Like, I want to do quite a few rounds of the shift shop. And then I think it's good to like trick your body a little bit too and do some different things and all of that. I am a runner. And so I'll probably continue to do that. And then I still play soccer. So I'll probably continue to play soccer and do that kind of stuff with my co-ed team and that kind of thing. And you know, I do plan on checking out some of Sean Week next week and that kind of thing too. So, you know, my favorite trainers are actually, I mean, Autumn has a special place in my heart with my weight loss, but my favorite trainers are Sean T and now Chris. So, I've always thought about going back to Insanity Max too, because I love that program. So we'll see. Yeah.
Fantastic. So guys, in case you didn't know, Beachbody On Demand All Access gives you actually the variety of workouts. Everything that Beachbody has released over the last 10 years, 15 years is all available on Beachbody On Demand. So when Jessica's talking about switching it up, it's really as simple as pressing a button or going on your phone or whatever it is and changing up your programs. But we do recommend you do a program from start to finish. We see too many people, even now, too many coaches. I talked to David McLean the other day, and he was finding himself jumping from program to program. One day he'd do Body Beast, one day he'd do Insanity Max, and he just never really finished a program. Same with me, you know, you get into that mode and you're doing programs all over the program. So one thing that I'd like to say to the people that are watching, choose a program, whether it's 21 days, 60 days, 90 days, choose a program, go from day one to day whatever it is. If you miss a day, it doesn't matter. Continue on that journey for that entire program, because it is set up for you guys to get results, but you have to do the entire program. Like there's stages to the program itself. So I lied. I got one more question for you, and then we're off. We both have families to attend to. What is one thing you would say to the people that are following you and watching you right now? If you had one thing to say to anybody that's watching, what would you tell them when it comes to their journey?
What you see is what you get. It's real. So like I've shared you ups and downs, and that is real. That is authentic. That is normal. So in anything, if you decide to do the shift shop, if you decide to do what you want to do, okay, whatever program you do, I agree with Sean, you need to do it start to finish, okay? You need to trust the process, get results that way. But know that there is no perfect journey. I have literally done everything according to my meal plan with this, okay? But I have had ups and downs emotionally. I have cried through workouts. I'm not saying that to scare you. That is actually normal to like have it gets hard some days. And you need to give yourself grace. And like if you know me and you know my faith journey, like I always remember like that says his grace is sufficient for us, his power is made perfect in my weakness, right? And so I just always like think like, okay, like you know what, I might have had a rough day, but you know what, I got up extra early today and I laced up my tennis shoes and I went down there and I worked harder and I upped my weights and all of that. And like it's just understanding that it's a process. So give yourself grace, but also challenge yourself. And you can do more than you think you can. When I was feeling sick that first week and I was like, Chris, like, I don't know what to do. And he was like, your body's just pouting. Like, you can do this. And I'm not saying like do something like, you know, wrong or hurtful to yourself if you're really, really sick. But I am saying that sometimes I think that we give ourselves excuses to back off too soon. So be in it to win it, give it your all, and trust the fact that it's going to be perfect, but you are going to give it your best. And when you do, you will see results. So that is what I would say, is that if you're watching this journey and you've seen my ups and downs, it's real. That's just what it is. And you're probably going to experience maybe different ups and downs, but you're probably going to experience some ups and downs no matter what program you do. If it's going to give you results, you are going to reap what you sow. And that's a journey. It's not, it's not a quick fix. It's not an overnight. If anything, Sean and David and I and Robin and other people in the test group have seen that. It's not a quick fix. If it was, I would have lost 20 pounds in 21 days. I would be, my goal is to be in the 130s. And I thought for sure, like right now, I weigh 160, and I thought I'd be in the 150s, and that I would be at the low 50s. And then I was going to, just keep going. But you know what? It's going to get there, but it's going to be the healthy way. And when it's the healthy way, it's not a quick fix. And it's not, a magic pill or whatever else is out there that is a quick fix. Okay, I'm not going to say anything specific, but you know what I mean. So so give yourself grace and work hard, because it will pay off. Yeah.
That's it, guys. I'd like to thank Jessica for jumping on the call today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy life and busy schedule and jumping on this. And guys, we didn't know each other before this, so thank you. I'm blessed that you got to jump in and really show the people what it is to be raw and real, and to show that we are real people going through the same struggles that you guys go through. That's what these calls are about. It's not just a picture side by side before and after. You guys get to meet the people that are involved in a journey or going through it, and you get to see the emotional side. You guys get to see what we're going through. So guys, much love. Thank you for watching. Jessica, thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate it. And guys, that's it. Real talk, real people, real results. Thank you so much. Jessica, I will have this link for you shortly so you can share with your friends and your family and your team. Everybody else, stay tuned. We've got more of these interviews happening. And come give me a hug at Summit. I'm sure I'll see you.
I can't wait to see you. All right. Keep kicking butt.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night. See ya.
Bye-bye.